Disclaimer. This video is made for entertainment purpose only, it doesn't mean to hurt anyone, and don't take it seriously.
Me podcast you listen, episode 12,869. We are here to discuss celebrities we've lost so far in 2004. During the time that we discussed the Donald Trump incident, we were also told during the news that Richard Simmons has passed away. Didn't know Richard Simmons, anything was wrong with him. Not sure if they've announced why he passed away.
How old was he?
Richard Simmons was 75 years of age. To know Richard Simmons, I remember watching him as a kid. I remember watching Richard Simmons videos. I remember watching, I think the thing was his Sweating to the Oldies, was it not? Was it Richard Simmons?
Yeah, there's
Simmons is Sweating to the Oldies.
I texted you before this thing went on. A lot of these, sadly, I feel like some of them are shocking because some of them I couldn't remember if they were still alive or not. And I'm like, geez, holy crap! Like, as you said, Dr. Ruth had passed away too. You said, right?
Well, you're cutting it early. We're talking about Richard Simmons. We're going to give Richard Simmons his props because I used to watch.
We going all the way back through.
I used to watch. I used to watch Richard Simmons as a kid, and I used to watch. If he's 75 years of age, I remember I used to watch his Sweating to the Oldies videos, and watch him on TV and discuss how his Weight Watchers had that little card program where you pull off food. He was one of the original online diet exercise guys. You know, he was like up there with Jack LaLanne and all those guys. And so I was going to share a video of his Sweating to the Oldies on YouTube.
This one hit you pretty hard, Richard Simmons?
No. What I liked about Richard Simmons is he was never afraid to show his legs. He always wore pants and he always wore a tank top that didn't fit him very well. And one thing about Richard Simmons is he didn't look that great of shape. You know, he was just a normal average dude, and he taught people to love themselves. And that's what you like about Richard Simmons. He had no problem being who he was. You know, there was lots of speculations that he was gay. There was lots of speculations that.
Glad you said it before
Yeah, there was all these speculations, but dude, you can't look at this guy. He created his own line, created something for himself. So, and people.
Yeah, I mean, there was a ton of videos way back in the day, right?
People ridiculed him and they made fun of him. But you got to tell it. You got to say something. And Richard Simmons was the dude. He was an American fitness personality, is what it says, and a public figure known for his eccentric, flamboyant, and energetic personality. He's prompted weight loss programs.
That is an interesting photo you put behind you, too, of him.
That was the one that pulled up. I don't know what he's doing in there, but he's wearing like a little hair thing. He was prominent weight loss programs, most prominently through Sweating to the Oldies, the one we just showed you, line of aerobic videos. He was born and subsequently baptized as Milton Teagle Simmons. He changed his name to Richard when he was 11 years old because he thought the name was too serious. Simmons, known to have played in 13-11 aside cricket matches from 1772 to 1709, which has since been given first-class cricket status. I don't know what the hell that even means. He just recently passed. People are speculating that something was wrong with him, but no one really knows. And so that one for me was like, crap, dude. That was like, that guy was the original online videos. He sold videos. That's how old he was. He sold videos. And then he created a fitness career. And like I said, he didn't look like a fitness dude. So I don't know what else to say.
Like I don't know if his videos would fly now with the guys who are just like, ginormously pushing the stuff, like that one guy who keeps saying you don't have to eat this or that, and he's like ripped like a WWE guy, and
his fitness career started in the 70s. He later opened his own exercise studio, originally called the Autonomy Asylum, where emphasis was placed on healthy eating in proper portions and enjoying exercise in a supportive atmosphere. The business originally included a salad bar. That'd be kind of cool. And a pun for dietary fiber. And then they say that he developed an interest in fitness, exercise studio day favored the already fit customers, so little help was available for those who needed to gain fitness from otherwise unhealthy state. He established gyms, and his interest in fitness helped him lose 123 pounds himself. So he was an overweight dude.
So maybe by the time we seen him in those 80s videos, he had just
he did show
trimmed down to a large man. Maybe
he did have pictures of himself. Let's see if I can find of him overweight, and he did state that's, it's kind of the common, how do you want to lose weight? He loses weight by eating and keeping
exercising,
sweating to the oldies, baby. So I can't find a picture of him overweight, but I do remember him saying that he used to appear on Howard Stern a lot. That's how I got to follow even more about Richard Simmons. And Richard Simmons used to be on Howard Stern. Did you know that?
I don't really listen to Howard Stern.
No? Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like no. Couldn't believe that, Mr. Straight and Narrow. Anyways, you're like Mr.
I've heard a few of his interviews.
Of Howard Stern.
I don't even know who Howard Stern is.
I don't watch Howard Stern, Mr. Demon.
Mr. Demon.
So
what are you talking about?
So
you got popular on Stern. Is that what you're saying?
We're not on.
Here he is on Howard Stern. Howard Stern kind of brought him back out.
Gay marriage. You're against it. I can't believe you are against it.
I am for any people who fall in love with each other.
Of course.
And be happy. It's all about, we're not on this earth. What is this?
That's the wedding mark.
That's wedding. You're talking about
we're not on this earth to just work and just to pay our bills.
Love is the key.
We're on this earth to find someone.
Howard, and again, Howard Stern, although he made fun of him, he did paint they brought him up and made him kind of more relevant too. So people started following Richard Simmons and started hanging out and watching this stuff. And he was a good sport. He's a good dude. So based on what you could see. Next person that died this weekend, MC.
When will this air?
I'm going to show this right now. We're live.
We're live.
Next person that died over the weekend of the Donald Trump incident was a person I didn't know even was alive. Right? This is the person where you can say, had no idea, Dr. Ruth. Didn't even know she was still alive. But she died, I think,
I hate to even say that, but yeah, there's a lot of, sadly, people that you've lost, like we remember them as like icons. We could even say that, like celebrity icons, just when TV was, 80s and stuff. And yeah, you don't really, because they're not in the news anymore. Yeah, you don't know if you missed. I seem to remember they had passed, and then they never really did. I mean, obviously, in that one episode, a few episodes back, you get all confused. You don't even know who's passed away anymore. But yeah, you're right. If you would have asked me point blank, yes or no, 50% chance, I probably would have said I thought she had passed. But
Dr. Ruth, known as the sex doctor. Here's a quick again. MC didn't watch this either. He was too busy.
This
reading
television
the Bible.
program contains explicit sex and not be suitable for all viewers. The host.
I don't know what you're putting on there.
Hello?
You're not going to believe this woman. She has a deep German accent and she talks about sex. And I think we should do something with her.
In the early 80s, people did not talk about.
I think that's the best part of Dr. Ruth, that she sounded like a German bad person in a Batman or a Spider-Man or some kind of superhero movie, like, I'm going to blow up the building.
Sexuality.
You have a certain list of words you can't say. Well, we said them.
And then let him insert his penis into the vagina from behind.
What? So anyways, Dr. MC right now, he's going to have to go
bad.
Meditate with the Bible. Dear Lord,
bad.
Please.
This episode is now banned. Immediately.
Man, you and the banning. You act like nothing else is on YouTube.
I'm just saying it to troll you a little bit.
There. So anyways, Dr. Ruth passed away. She lived a full life, though. We got to say that.
How old is she?
She was 96 when she died.
Oh, wow. Holy crap. Jeez.
So she lived a long time. I wonder if she was still having sex when she was dying, but who knows?
When she was dying?
When she was, well, okay. She was dying. Everybody's dying every day, but she was alive. She was having
nice save there.
Hey, you know what?
Even as we record this, we're dying.
We are. We are.
The fans, as we're watching, as we're dying a little bit.
She was a German-American sex therapist who became one of the most trusted authorities on sex and relationships in the United States through her radio call-in program, television talk shows, and numerous books and media appearances. Another self-made famous person that you've always, as growing up, you always remember the name Dr. Ruth Westenheimer. So
what I mean, you probably don't have that on Richard Simmons or her, but I was curious of what their net worth was before they had passed. They probably still had made a lot of money over the course of their,
let's find out how much they are worth. Dr. Ruth's net worth.
Their estate, I guess, now.
Huh?
Their estate probably right now.
Dr.
Right?
Ruth is, according to two sources, is $3 million. You would think it would be higher, wouldn't you?
Possibly, yeah. And again, I would have taken the over on that.
You okay? Over under on Richard Simmons' net worth. What would you say?
Well, you'd have to give me a number, and then I would say upper.
Well, over under 10,000. I mean 10 million. Over under 10 million.
Oh, I want to under
10 million.
Yeah.
Richard Simmons' net worth in 2024 is estimated to be in the 15 million to 30 million range.
Wow.
According to the net worth, whatever this page is, 20 million USD dollars.
Why was Dr. Ruth so low? She had her own.
She wasn't helping people lose weight.
Apparently not, no.
Well, since we're looking at net worth, what do you think Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman's net worth was?
Is he dead?
Yes, he died.
That's what I thought. I can't remember who's alive anymore.
Shit, man, dude. Do you watch the news at all? I can't
remember. I can't remember what the hell I did at work.
Shit,
I can't even remember work from day to day. Like if they're telling me, what did you do yesterday?
Well, you want to
I know.
Do you want to discuss dementia and Alzheimer's this episode?
I hope not.
Paul Rubens' net worth.
Now I remembered he passed away, but yeah, it's like
Pee Wee Herman's.
So Pee Wee's over and under. So give me a number.
Over under 10 million.
Over.
$5 million. Oh. According to networth.com.
So Dr. Ruth was 3. He was 5, and then Richard Simmons was like 15 to 30.
Anyone else you were curious about? How about Shannon Doherty? Passed away. Yeah. Shannon Doherty just passed away from cancer.
She
was only 50. She was only 53 years old.
She was the age of.
Can you imagine? Yeah. But Shannon Doherty's best movie ever made was Shannon Doherty. I never watched 90210. Best movie.
Charmed was the other show she was
in. She was in. Oh my God. It was is it Mallrats? It was with she was in Mallrats.
One of Kevin Smith's movies.
Yep, dude, she made it. It was a great role for her in the movie. Okay, Shannon Doherty, who died, she was 90210. basically was her most iconic part of her whole entire life. She was also in that movie, what you call Charmed. She appeared
in a movie. It was a series
show, and she appeared in other movies. But one of the ones I would suggest, if you ever want to go see her in, it's a great movie where she's in it with who's the other guy that just broke up with Jennifer Lopez, Batman dude, Ben Affleck. She's in Mallrats. It's a good movie, very funny.
That seems familiar. I've only seen that movie once, but yeah, it seems.
All right, over under for Shannon Doherty, 10 million. Over. No. Can you believe that Richard Simmons is $20 million?
You're throwing me off of the
Shannon Doherty's only $5 million.
No fucking clue that I would have never have guessed Richard Simmons, and especially when you said Dr. Ruth was 3, I was like, Simmons can't be that much more. Yeah, you're throwing me off with all this.
I know.
Now, at the time,
since you asked net worth, we have to look it up and see what it is.
I mean, at the year of their passing, obviously we don't know how up to date the estate is, but wow, that's crazy. I mean, I guess Richard Simmons must have made it.
Well, I gotta pause this and think this through. Holy cow!
He made a shit ton of money, and then he went on Howard Stern. He didn't even
Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor. I keep saying Richard Pryor. I don't know why. Richard Simmons. He
has passed away.
I said that on stage too. I was like, today is a bad day, Richard Pryor, and everybody started laughing. I forgot. It's Richard Simmons, you dumbass.
Talking about me, dementia.
Yeah. So, anyways, Shannon Doherty.
Maybe we're both going to be in old folks' home, and we'll be cutting podcasts, and we won't even know who each other is.
Yeah, I might just be talking into a carrot. So, anyways,
sitting on the crap.
I might just have a carrot attached to a broomstick, and I'll be like
pretending to still be recording a podcast.
I'm on a television show, and we're getting canceled because we mentioned things according to MC.
More than likely, that processed food probably will kill us before that, since people are dying in their 70s now instead of 80s. We might not even last that long.
Oh boy, now I got to look that up. Processed food killing us. Let's see.
Tomorrow's guaranteed to know on Walter Payton.
Guaranteed.
Remember, tomorrow is promised to know on.
Processed foods are divided into 3 types: minimally processed, natural foods, and undergone small mineral
seed oils
substances. Is processed foods killing us? Alexa, is it killing us?
Alexa, like she's the fucking be all end all. I'm gonna tell you what the government byline is. Good, JC.
How ultra processed food is killing us slowly. Look at all these things.
Seed oils.
Ultra processed foods are designed to exploit the way the brain processes pleasurable sensations and can be as addictive as opiates or nicotine. Eating ultra-processed foods is associated with higher risk of cardiovascular disease and increased likelihood of all-cause mortality. The risks are stronger the more ultra-processed foods are eaten.
And we are the processed food generation, my friend, and which means we will be the first to go.
Well, I'm gonna go out.
McDonald's generation.
I'm gonna go
fast
out.
Food generation.
I'm gonna go. Jeez. Okay, welcome to Me Podcast. You listen the Debbie Downer episode.
Me Downer, you listen.
Jeez. We make you feel bad. We're talking about death and processed food,
assassinations, and now deaths.
But then the other one that also caught me off guard, and this was a guy who I really enjoyed watching in movies, was this guy Richard Mole. You remember Richard Mole? Remember from
Richard?
Clue?
It's Richard Mole is the guy from Night Court.
No,
it's not Richard Mole.
Yes, it is. It's Richard Mole.
It's not Richard Mole.
This is what it says. Oh, I'm sorry, Martin Mole.
Right.
Dumbass.
Martin Mole. Yeah.
Martin Mole.
Richard Mole has passed away too. Though.
Martin Mole I liked him in the Mr. Mom. I also liked him in Clue. Thought he was a very funny guy, but then I looked him up because I wanted to read more about him. He was an American actor and comedian, musician, painter, and recording artist.
Wow.
Born in 1943 in Chicago, Illinois. He's best known for,
yeah.
He was best known for his roles in Mary Hartman and its spinoff Fernwood 2 Night. He also appeared in many television film roles, including Taxi, The Golden Girls, and Roseanne. Mole's visual work is noted for his combination of pop art and collage.
So he was 80 or just about 81 or what? He died this year.
He died in 1943, so he was 79.
He was born in 43.
How old is he?
No, 43. If he died this year,
he died 80 years old.
He would have been 80, almost 81.
So
depending
again,
when
he
died
had a successful life. I didn't realize that he had been a musician. He's been on several films. And like I said, I remember him from Clue, but he was also in Sabrina the Teenage Wolf, the Ellen Show, the Wolf, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Wolf,
Sabrina the Teen Wolf,
the Teen Wolf.
That's a good movie, by the way.
Sabrina
the original
the Teenage Teen Wolf. So, anyways, I looked
Buy me a keg of beer.
Oh, Teen Wolf, that was a great
movie. Remember that?
Yeah, we're gonna do surfing or whatever it is. We're gonna surf on the top of the van.
Yeah, that's all right. I forgot about that.
So other people that you sent me that died in 2024 for this episode was a wrestler.
Tomorrow
there was a wrestler who passed away. Did you notice that guy? Do you remember this guy?
I'm sure I will once you say him.
Oh, you didn't look at the clip you sent me? You just send me some shit.
I figured you'd run it down. I figured you'd run it down. I did a little bit. I remembered Carl Weathers.
Oh, he didn't die this year, did he?
Yeah, remember it was by the Super Bowl. He didn't make it to the halftime show. Remember, I was like, we may have talked about him because that would have been around the Super Bowl, obviously.
Shelley Duvall. Shelley Duvall died too.
Duvall, yeah, I
remember her in many movies, but one of my favorite movies,
Shining,
was not The Shining. It was Popeye.
Oh yeah, olive oil.
I liked her in Popeye as Olive Oil. I thought she did a good character as Olive Oil. When they showed her later in life, she looked like a mess. She got real heavy. She looked kind of insane. So that was yeah, she did. So it's a shame, but she was a great actress in our 80s lifetime. Also,
she did a great job in The Shining. That's an iconic horror movie.
This guy is a wrestler.
Sika, the father of Roman Reigns. I know he passed away recently.
Sika died. Yeah. Hall of Famer from wrestling. Do you remember Sika? I don't even remember this guy.
I do. Yeah, I do. He was part of a
massive star in the 70s.
Wild Samoans.
80s. Oh, he was part of the Wild Samoans. There you go. So,
and then I believe he was the one managing. Yeah, he was the one managing the Head Shrinkers, which had a couple different iterations, which would have been into the 90s. I want to say mid 90s. WWE.
Another great actor, Bill Cobbs. He played in The Bodyguard, Night at the Museum, Demolition Man. Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you remember Bill Cobbs?
Probably recognize him, but yeah, no, I don't.
He's been in some good roles. He's always a supporting actor. I don't know if I've ever remember him being I'm trying to think of the last movie he was just in. It's
Bill Cobbs, you said is his name?
I'll show you who he is. Bill Cobbs. I know he was in Night at the Museum. He was one of the security guards. He was with Dick Van Dyke. And he was one of the guys. No, wait. Yeah, he was. He was one of the three guys. It was Dick Van Dyke and the guy. Can you remember that guy? Do you remember him from?
He does look a little familiar. Yeah, I some of the movies I could tell you over the years I've seen clips of them, but not full on.
Well, you just told me. You know what?
He was also start to finish. I don't know if I've ever seen Night at the Museum.
He was in. I think he was in Creed. I think he was in Creed 3. Let me see if I can search his movie roles. He was in The Bodyguard, which who would have known? I didn't watch The Bodyguard. He was in Air Bud.
Who did he play in Creed 3? Man, I've never seen Air Bud. Any of them. What is it, like three or four movies? Why would I watch Air Bud?
Why? Because you look like an Air Bud. You kind of look like a little. You look
I don't
like
have any.
Kids hanging out of your house.
Fuck would I be watching Air Bud?
He wasn't in that movie. He was in movies. Night at the Museum would have been a movie you would have seen. and then also Air Bud. Like I said, you watch Air Bud, and then also probably the Bodyguard.
Airbuds, the fucking headphones we use on iPhones.
No, you watch Air Bud.
I do not. I've never seen Air
Yeah,
Bud.
I could see you sitting there playing with your Tonka truck, hanging out watching Air Bud.
Never seen it.
Don't. Hey, Air Bud's on. Put it on. I love it so much,
dude. I would have more movies that you would be unbelievable that I've never seen.
You just said you saw Creed 3. That movie's been out for a while.
I know, but I just seen it because I just got access to Amazon Prime.
Well, last on this list is a favorite actor of mine as well, Donald Sutherland.
Yes,
that's another one that I can say he was, because Bill Cobbs, I think he was older. Anyways, he died at the age of 90.
Yeah.
And Donald Sutherland. See, again, so your whole theory that everybody's dying because of processed foods.
Well, these are old. Remember, these are old. The older ones.
They never ate processed food.
Yeah, I don't know. They were already on their way.
Donald Sutherland was in.
I mean, Shannon Doherty dying at 53. Come on.
Well, she had cancer.
Well, I know, but like, fuck,
some
killed her.
So you think that's the Big Macs?
I don't know what it is, but
what you're saying
shouldn't be happening.
It's the Big Macs. The Big Macs are causing cancer.
74, though. I mean, in the 70s, that's still.
So Donald Sutherland, my favorite part of
he was in his 90s.
He was
Sutherland
88.
too.
Donald Sutherland, my favorite part of his movie was he was in Animal House. He's in lots of movies.
There's a ton of movies.
But one of my favorites is Animal House. And here's a scene from Animal House. Oh, shoot.
Sam on the left?
Yeah, he's smoking weed with the students.
I won't go schizo, will I?
It's a distinct possibility.
Is this right?
Just try not to drool quite so much on the end of it.
Hey, Paula.
Blows out the candles when he coughs.
That's felt like a porno scene. With the fucking saxophone and old professor.
You never watched Animal House either?
I've seen it when I was probably before I should have as a kid, but I don't remember any of it now.
You should share with us your beliefs sometime. Let us all know.
Of what?
I don't know. You just seem like you're kind of a do-gooder. Looks like you have a little do-gooder in you.
I've seen Porky's. A lot of these things I've seen a long time ago. I don't fucking remember them, dude. Like, how many times do you think I'm rewatching movies?
I don't know.
Do you remember every movie of every scene you've ever watched in the 80s?
Test me. Let me see. Give me an 80s movie and I'll give you
I mean, one scene probably wouldn't be that hard. Give me a scene from, you would remember it. That's Blues Brothers. Give me a scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, that's my favorite movie. There's many scenes from Fast Times Ridgemont. There's many scenes. Everybody knows the iconic scene of her getting out of the pool and showing her boobs. That part I remember the best. The other part is when he's trying to talk him into going on the date with her. What was that guy's name? The one that sells the tickets. Remember that scene? And he's trying to tell that
Stabone or whatever his name is.
It's how to go on this scene without to go on the date with her. You got to walk up to her and you're gonna be like, And who else doesn't remember the part where she's dating that college girl, a guy, and he goes to have sex with her in the dugout of the baseball field, and she gets pregnant. Everybody remembers that part. And then she goes and
pregnant.
She goes and has the abortion, and her brother finds out. Which reminds me, that is a good segue into the Axel Foley movie.
I know.
Watched it last night.
Axeloof.
I watched Full, whatever it's called.
Axeloof.
I didn't. I will say this.
That's what they named it.
I will say this. Either, what was it? Axel.
Judge Reinhold. For
Judge Reinhold.
Get the segue.
Yep. So Judge Reinhold is in the movie that MC was asking me, but he's also in this movie, Axel F. So all I gotta say is this movie that MC, which will be coming out this episode, excited about, was not the greatest movie ever.
Not ever, no.
It was kind of lame. There was lots of unrealistic scenes, which I guess could be the 80s. They retroed music during the beginning of it.
They retroed it throughout the whole
film. They pulled in anybody who's still alive during this movie to be in the movie.
From the franchise, yeah.
And what I watched was Eddie Murphy. He's always, and again, Eddie Murphy's a good actor, very funny. But it was Eddie Murphy trying to be Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3, whatever they have.
This is number 4. Yeah.
And then also it was Judge Reinhold was in it in the beginning. Then I think he had to take a trip because he wasn't in it the rest of the entire movie till the end. He basically was kidnapped, taken off the screen, and then appeared an hour and 40 minutes later back on the scene.
I mean, Taggart really wasn't in it that long if you think about it either.
Taggart was in it, and Taggart looked like he lost weight.
He was staggered.
And he was staggered. Very skinny now. And then he had to play his role of Taggart yelling and screaming, especially the last scene where they come out with a shotgun and they rehash the first Beverly Hills Cop where they're lined up behind the wall and they're shooting and Billy's like acting like he's gonna shoot him with his gun or whatever it is. And Taggart's like, don't do it. And then he gets up with his badge. It says, everybody put your gun down. And then blah, 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 blah. It was kind of cheesy. I get it. It was fun to watch. Cheesy movie. If you would have paid to see it in the theater, you'd probably be pissed off. But it was definitely
probably why it wasn't released in the theater. Yeah. I mean, it was a fun movie, but yeah, I get it. I mean,
it was cheesy.
I think that's kind of how we described it before, you know.
No, you said it was the greatest movie ever. I
didn't say it was the greatest movie ever. Never said that.
I'll replay the scene. I'm going to edit this.
Yeah, you would replay it.
You better.
I don't remember a whole lot of things, but I remember a couple episodes ago.
You said this movie is the greatest movie ever seen.
It was a fun movie. That's about all I said.
Nope, you said.
I mean, it was like a nostalgic.
This movie is the best movie. Let me replay it right now. Hello, this is MC. This is the greatest.
You're not gonna find that clip of anything. And even if you did, it wouldn't be me saying.
I'll AI it. I'll AI it right now. And
that I believe you could do probably, but
I'll AI and I'll show this to everybody.
Won't be me.
So
yeah, it'd be like MC says nobody landed on the moon. I technically never said that. Clarify that. I just said I thought it was.
They got a lot of views though. They got a lot of views on the
apparently.
Yeah, apparently, dude. It was like people were like,
is that our most watched short now?
No, the Hawk Tui girl.
Hawk Tui
girl is the most one that everybody watched.
She was pretty angry in the one clip I sent you. Remember, of like, if anybody's selling merch, we're coming after you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you watch that clip I sent you?
No.
It was only a few. It was like a minute long or something. It was a short. She's just saying, you know, how of talking about her fame and stuff. And
well, she doesn't even know how to even say her own stupid shit. She said she was on a video and she's like, they were at like a concert or something. To like, she's like, Hawk Tua. What? It's not what you said, dumbass. You said Hawk Tui.
Doesn't even remember her own catchphrase.
She says Hawk Tua. It was like let's see if I can find it. But anyways, she was she made an appearance. She's like, I'm gonna be in Cleveland. It's like, doing what? Just saying
Hawk Tua and all over you,
Hawk Tua,
yeah. Hawk Tua and all over you, motherfuckers, in Cleveland this weekend.
I'm gonna say Hawk Tua. It's Tui, stoop shit. What the hell's wrong with you?
And her 15 minutes of fame is over.
Yeah, and then she's like, if I'm gonna get 15 minutes of fame, then I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do what I want with it. I'm taking all this dog food to the homeless shelter.
If you're gonna sell my merchandise, my lawyer is gonna come after you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Haktua, dummy. Anyways, she was giving out food to the dogs at the shelter.
No,
that's great. But how about the homeless kids that you pass by with the dog food? Why don't you help out those homeless families and all those other people too? So, anyways,
why don't we go visit her and tell her that?
We should tell her what to do with her money. Since we're giving out net worth advice.
Oh, that was the first thing she said in her video. I've got to keep my daddy from killing all the paparazzi that is hanging out outside my house.
Really?
Yeah, watch that video. I sent the link I sent you. That's what she opens with, because she's like sitting on her porch or something, talking about her fame or
talking about her fame. People are interviewing and they're asking her questions and they're like, do you really spit on it before you do it? Stupid shit.
That's like the first question.
Yeah. Do you really
want to have you on the show?
Do you
and
really
ask you questions about
on stuff? So anyway,
she addresses this. You said it, because I think this is what was quoted. I think the quotes you were saying were from this interview or little clip she sent, because she's talking about the OnlyFans too. Like, I'm never getting an OnlyFans. It's never going to happen. So that's probably one of her first official statements, was that little clip I must have sent you on YouTube.
She
denouncing it.
She did say she wasn't going to. Well, again, why would she? She doesn't have to. She just can go around and do this shit all her life, I guess.
Haktua and all over everything.
Haktua gum. Get your Haktua.
Chew it up and spit it all over the place.
Did I just say Haktua or a Haktui? I don't remember anymore.
I don't remember what the thing I said that has made me the most popular girl in the universe.
I'm only 20 years old and I don't know what I said. I said Haktua. My God, I wish I would find out to put it in here. But anyways, the way she said it was Haktua, everybody. And it's like, what the fuck? I didn't even say it right. Maybe this is it. Oh,
I think people want her to be more interesting than she is, as far as probably the sex stuff.
Haktua.
Haktua. Sounded like a
Haktua is what she said. That's what she just said that on that audio. Okay.
What the fuck was that? It sounded like
it's a song. But this is what she said.
That was a song.
It's not even the same way she said it. Now it's Haktua. Haktua. Duh. I'm so fucking. Anyways, Cobra Kai's coming out. Go to her house. Cobra Kai's coming out.
Saying it wrong.
Yep. Cobra Kai's coming out. I'm going to share this.
Cobra Kai 5.
While we get out of here. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
July 18th. Cobra Kai, baby. Cobra Kai.
Season 6.
Season 6, something like that. It's coming out July 18th, which is like Thursday.
I've seen nothing.